This is Robert Goodman for Positive Strokes. Today we're on step 3. We made a decision to turn our wills and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. Our will and our lives were controlled by drugs. We were trapped by our need for instant gratification that drugs gave us. Having given our will and our lives over to our addiction is utterly desperation. We look for another way. We got tired of living that life. We got tired of not having. We got tired of on defensive mode all the time, trying to protect the little things that we have to try to survive, to get the food, shelter, showers, clothing, hygiene, all that. And then also we had to deal with the people that we loved and we harmed. We have to, all that. And we just eventually get tired of living that life and being in defensive mode and don't have nothing to smile or be happy on the inside. We decided to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him, because the reason why we've done that is the simple fact is that step 1, we admitted that we were powerless over alcohol and drugs, that our lives have become unmanageable. We realized that. And then also, we realized that we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves can restore us to sanity. That information about our problem, if we search solutions, we will find the solutions through programs, through smart recovery, 12-step programs, a new way of life. Everybody's different how they handle a situation of addiction and what they do that works for them. All that is required of us is to be willing. That's all. To try a new way. Because my way wasn't working. It wasn't working. If it was working, I wouldn't be trying to do something different. I'll be happy where I'm at. Step 3, we made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. Some of us turn them over to God, higher power, different various ways, church, whatever works for you. That you don't go down that road anymore. That's what's good for you. What may be good for me may not be good for you. The way you handle the problem and the solution, I may handle it differently because I see it in it differently and I know myself, so I handle my situation to the best of my ability because I know myself and I know there's a certain way that I need to act, if I'm honest with myself, in order to recover. Oh yes, it's not a walk in the park. You know, when I was abusing and using drugs, all the bad things that I've done to people and to myself, I didn't recognize those things. Why? Because I completely put it out my head. I medicated myself so I could forget about these things. But these things were still in the back of my head. Still the shameful, knowing I was wrong for doing these things, but I'm trying to justify my actions because of what I need with myself. And that does work for a while. But then, if you lie in mud long enough, the mud will cover your entire body. And you can't see no way out. So, We admitted that we was powerless over alcohol and drugs, that our lives had become unmanageable. 2. Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves can restore us to sanity, meaning that we can't do it ourselves. And 3. Made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understand them. These 3 steps are essential for you to get 110%. Some programs say the first step is the only one that you need to get right 100%. But the way I feel about my recovery is that I need to get 1, 2, and 3 correctly. If I get 1, 2, and 3 correctly, then I'm able to do step 4. But I need to get these right. I need to feel comfortable about myself and the direction that I'm going. I need to know that I want to change my life, that I don't want to get high anymore. I need to do this. I need to have this in my mind and my heart and my body and my soul, that I don't want to go down that path no more. And I'll do whatever it takes not to go down that path. And when I choose to not go down that path anymore and I'm willing to do anything, that means that I'm not driving the car anymore. You know, I've drove the car for many years, and I've crashed and run so many times, which I had to work and pick myself up to start over to get it together. Somebody told me, you ain't got to drive anymore, so you ain't got to worry about crashing and burning. How is it that I work on recovery and changing my lifestyle and the way I live my life? How is that going to help me to stay recovered? Well, it's interesting. When you get to step 4, it says, we made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. That means that I got to write all the stuff that I done did to people, all the stuff I did to myself that I can remember, the loved ones I hurt, the humiliation that I lived, the degradation that I have done to myself. I have to look at all this while I was using and abusing. I have to look at all that past. Oh, wow, that's heavy. I don't want to do that. When I did a step 4, it broke every hold on me. When I did a serious situation of looking at my step 4, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of myself. I did not like Robert. Oh, I did not like this man. Matter of fact, I hated him. I hated him because I was evil. I was dangerous. I hurt people. The stuff I did to people, I can't take it back. And there's no way that they could forgive me of half of the stuff that I did. Oh, I cried. I hurt loved ones. The wall was gone. I finally seen who I was. I seen who I was. I recognized that I stopped using, that my life got better. started feeling good about myself because I'm not living that life no more. I'm feeling good. I'm gaining my weight. I'm looking good. My mind is clear. I'm reaching out. I'm being the person that I was before I used alcohol and drugs. Then I had to realize that, what am I going to do? Am I going to be screwed for the rest of my life? They tell me if I use, I could die. I got to be perfect. That's what I'm thinking. I got to be perfect. I can't make a mistake because if I do, I'm going to kill myself. I was looking at it the wrong way. I found out that if I pay attention to myself and my actions, then I won't make those mistakes that would cause me to enter into addiction again. I have to pay attention to myself in order not to fall in addiction again. I have to pay attention to my actions, understand why I act a certain way because something happens. Why does that situation affect me so bad? These are the questions I have to ask me on different situations of life is in session comes to me. Why am I acting that way? Why do I feel this way? But first, I must understand and know why I picked up in the first place. Why did I medicate myself for that feeling? Once I realize why I did it, I understand a little bit more about myself. If I pay attention to myself, I know more about myself. You know, the STEP program, STEPS, 12-step program, is for everyday living. It teaches you to keep the focus on yourself. If we do not keep the focus on ourselves, then we'll never be the best that we can be for ourselves or for anybody else. But if our eyes and our minds are elsewhere about everybody else's business and what's going on, then it's very hard for you to know what's going on with you. Because all your attention is not here about you. It's about what's going on around you. I'm happy that I took the journey. I'm happy that I went through the pain. I'm happy. It wasn't comfortable at the time, but I'm happy because I got over to the other side. And as I share with you, I have peace within inside myself. I'm good with myself. And see, by me being good with myself and have peace within myself, I can show love and consideration for others. I could show so much love and consideration for others. So, I want you to understand something. Living life on life's terms is hard because we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. All we have to do is one thing every day. Do the next right thing. Do the next right thing. Do the next right thing, and it will get better. This is Robert Gunn for Positive Strokes. We talked about step 3 and step 4 today. I hope you got something out of it. If you check out my videos, there's a nice amount of them about life and session, but mostly about recovery from alcohol and drugs. Folks, this fentanyl out here is hurting people, and it's being attacked to the young people a lot. If you see someone in stress, give them a helping hand. You don't know what caused them to get to that boat where they're at today, but they're suffering. Let's not close our eyes on the hurting. Let's not turn our backs on those who need help, because so many people do. But those who don't have saved lives. Saved lives. You have a great day.